It's tour time here with the Bad Back Gardener. It's early April and things are starting to sprout. As you can see, we got trees are budding out and stuff's growing. So we're going to take a little tour here of the grounds to see what we got going and what's coming up and what the warm weather is bringing on. So we'll get started with that. Okay, as you can see, we got some of the daffodils and peonies and some of the other flowers coming out here. So it's starting to get a little bit colorful. Hyacinths are coming out here. Hyacinths. So it's good to see stuff growing here in the spring. Winter was a warm winter at my neck of the woods here. It was a warmer winter. We didn't have hardly any snow, which was more than fine with me. But we've had some colder days, but just waiting for spring to get here is always takes a while. It feels like it takes forever, but I think we're finally there. Got some tulips coming out here. As you can see, there's the tulip there, one there. Rose bush is coming out and budding out in the rose bush here at the shed. Some of the ornamental grass is starting to green up here. So I got that all trimmed down here a little while back and cleaned out, and so the grass is starting to come up. Got some of I have some of my overwintering plants out from the garage today. It's in the 60s, low 60s, so I wanted to get them some light, the ones that I'm trying to stave over from winter. So I do have some elephant ears and stuff that's making it, hopefully make it to summer here and get them growing again. But this is my weeping pussy willow. It's kind of all budded out here in early spring, and then we've got all the tulips are coming out, and got some bulbs coming out there for the tulips. So that's all growing. Here's some of my plants I planted last year, hoping they start greening up. They look like they are a little bit here. They went brown a little bit over the winter time, so hopefully they start coming. I bought a coneflower I'm going to be planting in here. Maybe give it some flowering here. Okay, so now here we are in the raised bed garden. See what we got in here. I got a couple beds here that I've been prepping. I got like 6 raised beds done so far. But in this bed, I actually have some, which you can't see here. I just planted some more peas here and some onions along the side. I usually combine peas and onions here. But these ones I planted a couple weeks ago, kind of earlier for my neck of the woods, but nonetheless, I'm getting peas that are growing, and then the onions are coming out as well. And then I just recently planted some spinach here. I tried to throw some lettuce in. Don't know, it may still be a little bit cool for lettuce yet. But then I got radishes growing here, and these are radishes I started here a couple weeks ago. They're growing nicely. So I do have some stuff in the garden here. And I'm trying to clean it up and get it all ready for the spring. Do have some leftovers from last year. Here's some cilantro that's growing from last year. I can actually use that. Some lettuce, an old onion coming up. But up here here's another bed I just prepped yet. I got to turn it over a little bit. clean it out. But up here in this long bed this year is where I'm planting my potatoes. And got the potatoes all planted in there, so hopefully they come up here and do good. And then in this area that I have tented off with the row cover, you can see I also have the water teepees in there to help them. But as in there is actually tomatoes I have planted, and they're surviving good. Get my early tomatoes out. See if we can take a peek in there and see. You can see some of them sticking out. Let's see here. There we are. Some of my tomatoes sticking out, which is really early for my part of the woods, but they are growing and then darkening up green. So that's a good sign that they're going to be growing, and hopefully we get some early tomatoes out of it. The rest of the beds, that bed back there is prepped, but the rest of the beds I still need to clean out from last year a little bit and add compost, mix them all up again, and then cover them where I need to for weed fabric. But the garden's cleaned out there. As you can see, the undergrowth in the woods is actually all greening up. So, not too long till the woods are green again. So even though they're weeds, it's still nice to see green. And we come down here to the pet cemetery that I have in the corner of my property. Got some daffodils all coming on here, and some of the other bulbs and stuff growing. So good to see there too. And here, as you can see, some of my grass is greened up pretty nice and up to mow. Did my first mowing of this the other day. Still looks pretty nice. Got some forsythia bushes over there that are flowering. And then up here in the front, I've got all these beds cleaned out here of all the last year's debris. And we do have some stuff coming up here in the beds here. You can see the yuccas are starting to green up. I got all kinds of baby yuccas again this year. And then you can see in there cone flowers. All my cone flowers are coming. I've trimmed all my ornamental grasses down, so hopefully they start coming back and greening up. I got a lot of cone flowers in here. You can see all the little baby yuccas coming back up again. But this is a lot of cone flowers in here. Yuccas are taking over this spot. Little daffodils in there. Okay, that's our short tour of the grounds here for early spring. Got stuff coming up. Spring is on its way and warmer weather to follow. Feels good to see color again in the landscape. So thanks for joining me. Catch up with me on Facebook. You can also email me at bbgardner@zoominternet.net. And as always, if your back ain't hurting, you ain't working.